Alright, so this first video is just a walkthrough of Google Classroom. If you used it last spring, then it's probably pretty familiar for you. If you haven't used it or you just need a quick refresher, that's what this is. Now this video is on Edpuzzle, so throughout it I will be asking you questions. They are for a grade, so please make sure you're paying attention to the video, answering the questions. That way you get the credit for the assignment. I'm also going to cover two versions. The first one is going to be through like a desktop, a computer, your Chromebook. And the second one is going to be for iOS or the app. It should look pretty similar to Android devices, but I wanted to show you both the desktop and the mobile versions of Google Classroom. Alright, so like I said, I am doing two versions, so I'm going to go over the steps to work Google Classroom through your computer first. So first you need to pull up a browser. It can be Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, anything like that. If you pull up Google Chrome, this page will automatically pop up. If you use any other browser, just search for Google and it'll pull you here as well. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit these 9 little dots in the top right corner. What that's going to do is open all your apps, and I'll show you what that looks like on the next slide. So once you've hit those 9 dots, all of your little apps are going to pop up. You're going to want to hit Google Classroom because that's where we're going. You may have to scroll a little bit, but it should be in your top apps. Now, once you've hit Google Classroom, you will see the list of all your classrooms. This is called your dashboard. They show up each as little icons. Now, you can access your classes through the dashboard, but there are also 3 lines in the top left corner. If you hit those, it's actually going to open up this window or this menu, and you can also access all of your classes that way as well. So you're going to either click on one in the dashboard or you can click on one from this menu. Both work. Alright, so when you click on a classroom, this is the first page that pops up. This is your main page, your stream. I am going to go through the parts of the stream and kind of the parts on this page just so you know what I'm referring to, and then we'll go a little more in depth on them in just a second. So the first thing you have is usually where there's a picture or there's like little tools or Bitmoji. This is called your banner. In your banner, you're going to have the name of the class as well as the office hours or live sessions of that teacher. Now up at the very top, you have 3 tabs. The first one is the stream, and you can kind of think of this as your main page. It's going to bring you back here every time you click on stream. The next one is classwork. It's pretty explanatory. You're going to have all your assignments and especially your attendance here. And the last one is going to be people. This is where you're going to find your classmates, but it's also really important because your teacher's information is here, and there's a button you can click to automatically email your teacher, so you don't have to remember any emails or anything like that. Now I am going to go a little more in depth on each of those. The first one is the stream, and something new to us this year is something called the daily agenda. We will be posting this every day. What it's going to include, of course, is the date. It's going to have your task for that day. So you're going to be able to go, okay, I did 1, 2, 3. I only did 2. That way you're able to keep up what you have and haven't done. It's also going to have your learning target. So if by the end of that day you are not able to do what the learning target says, you've either missed a step or we need to talk and get you on the same page. You also have any announcements there. They could be school related, maybe an upcoming test, a quiz, something that just needs to keep on your mind. And finally, you have something called the contact card. This is your one stop for all of your teachers. Contact information, office hours, email, everything like that is going to be on this card. All of this will be included in every single daily agenda that's posted. Now, another really important feature on this stream is right here where it says upcoming. If you have any assignments, anything due that you maybe haven't done, it's going to show up in upcoming. When you've done all that, it's going to say this message where it says no work is due soon. So that's going to be like your best friend. It's going to keep you on track. Make sure you are completing anything in that upcoming box. So now we're going to talk about the Classwork tab. This is the really important one to you because it has everything you need to complete. Over here on the left side, you have all of the topics. We are going to have stuff piling up because, we're going to go week by week and be adding stuff. If you have to go to a specific section, that's where you're going to click and it's going to take you there automatically. Now you have at the very top where you can view your work. These big titles are your topics. Anything underneath it are materials, assignments, questions, stuff along those lines. So let's say you are getting on for the first time today and you want to go to daily attendance. So you would go ahead and hit that daily attendance button. And what that does is it actually takes you to the daily attendance topic, but it has all the assignments underneath. So you're going to come in, you'll look at this assignment, it's not done. It says when you mark yourself present below, you acknowledge that you have logged into Google Classroom to review and retrieve the daily agenda, announcements, assignments, and expectations for this class. It's not for all of your class. You would mark yourself present, and then this is going to turn to a different color, and you just hit turn in. Now remember, those topics on the left are still going to be there. This is the easy way to switch between assignments, attendance, maybe resources. The weeks are going to start piling up, so that's going to be your best friend, so you don't have to scroll through everything. This last part for the desktop version is when you click on people. This is going to have your teachers and your classmates. Remember, I told you that it has a button for you to hit to email your teacher. When you hit that, it's automatically going to bring up a new email, type what you need to type, and then send it, and your teacher will get it. So real quick, I do want to go through the mobile version. Like I said, this is going to show the iPhone, iOS way. I believe the Android is very similar, so we're just going to do a basic overview of that. So if you don't already, you'll want to go ahead and download the Google Classroom app. This is the logo for it, and this is just pulling it up. So you've clicked on the app, it's taking you to Google Classroom. Once the app is loaded, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have your classes kind of similar to your dashboard on the computer. You have the 3 little lines in the top left, so you can access your classes from there as well. And in the bottom right corner, you have this plus sign. What that is if you have to create a class, which you shouldn't, or maybe you have to join a class that you didn't get added to, that's where you'll do that. So again, if you click those 3 lines in the top left, it's going to take you to this menu, which of course you can still access your classes through this way as well. When you select a class, it is very similar to how the computer is. Instead of being on the top, your 3 tabs, stream, classwork, and people are on the bottom, and really that's the only change. You still have your banner right here, and then you have your stream that has your daily agenda in it. Now, if you noticed before this picture that the daily agenda was kind of small, it didn't display it all you have to do is click on it. You'll see the entire daily agenda here. And then, of course, if you want to go back, you'll hit that top arrow in the back. It still has your tasks for today, your learning targets, announcements, and, of course, really important, it does have your contact card. Now, again, at the very bottom, if you hit that Classwork tab, it does take you like it did on the topics on the computer. So you have your topics. They are the big, bolded, underlined words. And then below those are your assignments. Now, the only thing different here is, remember, on the computer on the left, you had the topics listed there. Now, on the mobile, you still have the option to filter by topic, but it's this little triangle with the 3 lines. If you hit that little triangle with the 3 lines, it does say filter by topic, which would be how you would choose a topic. From there, you can go where you need to go. So if you're looking at your task for week 1, you can go there. If you want to do your daily attendance, you just hit that, and it's going to take you directly to that topic, just like it did on the computer. And finally, you have the people tab. It looks the same as the computer. It has my name under teachers. If you have classmates in there, they'll be under there too. And then, of course, you have this little email, this little letter button. It'll have you email me. It may open your mail app in your phone, but you can still email me through there as well. So remember, this was just a brief overview of Google Classroom and the parts. I will have more videos over Google Classroom, like how to submit assignments, scanning your work. So please, if you have any questions, send me an email, send me a message on Google Classroom, and just make sure you finish this. Your Edpuzzle will submit automatically, so you don't have to submit anything else for this assignment.